Hey there, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, the lead swing trading analyst trader at Swing Trade Pros, the #1 swing trading and bot community in the world. And I genuinely want to help you make your mark in the thrilling world of swing trading cryptocurrency. I've been trading since 2017 and I've taught myself many different trading strategies, patterns. I'm known for the falling wedge pattern, as you guys might know. I've dedicated my life to mastering these types of structures and patterns, and now my goal is to impact the lives of 1 million of you. You heard that right. My goal is to impact 1 million people this bull cycle. Let that be you. Cryptocurrency markets can be a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. But through swing trading, I've discovered a strategy that can truly make a difference. I've poured countless hours to studying the intricacies of falling wedge patterns, rising wedge patterns, you name it, and it has become my area of expertise. Here's the thing. I genuinely want to see you thrive in this market. That's why I've made it my mission to impact 1 million of you. I want to provide you with the tools, insight, and support you need to navigate this exciting but challenging landscape. Swing trading is not just about technical analysis. It's about understanding market psychology and developing disciplined risk management strategies. I'll be there to guide you step by step as we identify different types of patterns and structures and seize profitable opportunities. Together, we'll build your confidence in trading skills, ensuring you're well prepared to face the twists and turns of swing trading. Believe me when I say that I genuinely care about your success. That's why I'm inviting you to join me, Mr. Know-It-All, on this transformative journey. Let's make the most of this bull cycle and work towards your financial freedom together. You'll find all my links in my bio. Reach out and let's dive into this world of swing trading. I'm here to support you and your family and guide you every step of the way because your success matters to me. Together, let's make a real impact and achieve trading success.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Am I live? I think I'm lagging pretty hard right now, and I don't know why. Okay, great. So let's talk about what's happening right now and where we think this week is headed. All right, so the daily on, I want to cover Tether because that's going to have direct implication as to where we're going this week. All right. So Tether touched as high as 8.37% last week. Pretty major move there for Tether, right? And we are still in this major structure right now. Okay, we've come up to the top of the pennant, and we've so far rejected it. And if we do break this level, this 8.36% level, we are going to see lots of downside because that is the major breakout area for this. I would call this a bull flag, right? Or a pennant, right? And the dollar is in an uptrend. Even though we broke this original uptrend here, this was like the January low or January pump that we had, right? So we're still paying attention to this structure here. And if we really do break this pennant, we're going to see probably the lows or close to the lows that we saw back in November of 22. If we get back to this 9.4% region, that could happen. But I will say currently, for the next couple of days, that the daily chart is extended and we hit a resistance for now. So what I'm going to say is that Bitcoin probably consolidates and or pushes up this in the next coming days or week because we are oversold on the daily RSI. And that is going to translate in us seeing some sort of back test or retest after this major breakdown that we had here last week. All right, and so let's just get some estimated targets as to where that could possibly go to. A 61.8% retracement would be pretty likely. That would be around 27.4K. I would say that we're going to most likely, come up to this region here and probably pull back here and then come back down to retest the support. Right? So we're going to have an initial impulse off this low. Just an oversold type of structure or bounce. And we can clearly see that here on the daily. All right. And so that's kind of where I'm thinking Bitcoin is going here in the short term. In the longer term, I guess we'll have to see how these levels kind of play out, right? So, but it would make a lot of sense after we got this retracement. If we pulled back to this level and Tether hasn't started breaking out of its structure, I mean, the 2-day is long, right? So, we could get a couple of days we could get a day or two of consolidation on Tether. But let's go to the DXY because that also kind of leads what's happening here. So the dollar also broke out of this kind of wedge structure, and it is sort of topping out here on the 2-day. We're stochastics on the 2-day are sort of about to cross down. They haven't crossed down yet. The daily is about to cross down. So this tells me that the stock market, the crypto market should all get some sort of bounces right now. What do you guys feel like in the comments here? Let me know. Right. Yep. I agree with that. I think it's possible that we're going to see much lower prices because of the dollar continuing its push. But anything can happen. Anything can change. Like the dollar here is probably going to pull back to this region here, right? We're going to see the dollar come back to this 102 level, probably. Right? We haven't confirmed that yet, but we'll see. And yeah, the Bitcoin broke the major parabolic trend line that it's been respecting for quite some time. But I think, yeah, I mean, I think some altcoins look like they're also going to make retraces. XRP is one of them. XRP also broke its parabola structure here. So, but, it's back above, well, it's got to get back above 56 cents, but oversold. Daily 2-day charts. Unibot, we can take a look at it. Yep. The markets are not looking too hot right this very second, unfortunately. But we'll see what kind of bounce reaction we get. I don't really expect anything crazy, to be honest, because Rates are probably going to continue higher going into the end of the year. And so the stock market and the dollar, triple MACD, bullish divergence. We can't really be too happy about seeing that for in risk assets. And the monthly is printing an engulfing candle right now. I mean, our monthly is still short. There is still a potential that we can just, unlikely event, of course, but can happen where we actually see the dollar get rejected here. Maybe some news event, maybe some catalyst, but I don't really see anything bullish happening right now after that breakdown that we had last week. So, like I said, maybe an oversold bounce to 27.4 and retest this level, and see where we go from there. Because this is definitely a bear flag right now. We are flagged to the downside right now. Right. That's what's happening. And we may not even really get a massive anything. Like our 4-hour stochastics are already all the way up there. That's not looking good. But yeah. $12-hour, 16-hour, daily, all going to get oscillations back up. So we will get that bounce. It just may not be so strong. It'll happen, and then it'll just get rejected, and that'll be it. But we're on a major level right now. And if we do somehow, I say somehow because this is Bitcoin and anything can happen in crypto land. We do somehow get some sort of pushback above this level, right? Because the 2-day is oversold too. Usually when the 2-day is oversold, we're at some sort of major low, okay? Right? The November bottom, oversold. The June crash, oversold. The January crash, well, the January crash wasn't really anything. It was a major low, though, off this initial impulse down, right? But yeah, so when 2-day starts becoming oversold, we could be looking at least the bottom of an impulse, That's what I think is going on right now. So I think maybe a retracement in the next day or two to the 27.4K region, which is confluent with the 200-day moving average. And I think that's what's going on. I think our target right now is ultimately we could go as high as 27.8 on the daily, and then the weekly we could go all the way down to 17.8K. That could happen. We still haven't lost the bands yet on the weekly chart. So if we do see some sort of push, this is where we would see it. We wicked into the demand zone too. It's a pretty nasty move down that we got, for sure. And yeah, rounding top, sort of. We could do something like this where we make an inverted cup and handle, and then we come down to 21K, which is the major inflection zone here. And then we got support at 20.1K or 20 point, whatever that is, 20K. I'm talking longer term here, next few months. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out because dollar's looking pretty bullish. And when the dollar's bullish, there's no way that anything that's paired to the dollar, it can be bullish. So that is the story, folks. All right, so you want to look at ENS? We'll take a look at that. A Beanie Baby. I call all these altcoins Beanie Babies, pretty much. Just like Mitch Ray. Mitch Ray coins them as Beanie Babies. So descending triangle could break further down, man. If Bitcoin breaks further down. And yeah, you could be looking at a major break down on this one. Could go into price discovery to the downside. You know, you could be looking at if you break 714, you could be looking at $3. Yeah. Could be looking at a big discount if you break down here, if you break this triangle. But I wouldn't be looking, I guess the weekly's crossing down. This is pretty ugly, this chart. It looks pretty ugly. And your daily's gonna cross up. You're gonna probably see some sort of move off this range low first. You know, you might come up and you might come up to test 950 again or something. You know, this double bottom maybe. All right, and I think maybe you just end up making a lower high and coming back down when Bitcoin is done making its retrace. Okay. But I think a little sideways price action for the next day until those oscillators kind of reset themselves. All right. What else do you guys want to take a look at? Let's look at ETH because we should probably look at that. Yeah, major level of support here at 1650, holding it for now. Broke a major trend line, pretty clear as day. I think, if we start breaking all these levels in these demand lines and supports, we could see $1,200 ETH. And I think that'll be, I don't know if that'll be the bottom, but it'll be close to the bottom. That would be a value area for sure. I mean, people starting to call for 10K Bitcoin already is kind of silly because, I mean, I know that, the macro environment's not so good, not conducive for risk, but you can't just start calling for levels like that. So, just saying. Yeah, Zen looks pretty good. There's some other coins that also look okay. It's tough, like I said, it's tough to be bullish this market right now. But yeah, you can see Zen broke out of a major wedge and back tested, made a double bottom down here. Oh yeah, this could send. This could Zend. Let's look at total 3. Total 3 is altcoin market. All right, so bounced off this major channel, downsloping channel area here. Yeah, 18.5. That's what I was saying. Yep. And I think that'll be pretty much max pain, but we'll see. I mean, it could get worse. Who knows, dude? This cycle could be different than most other cycles because of the macro environment. But at the same time, like, who cares what the nominal value is? You're You own Bitcoin because you are saving outside the system and you believe that fiat will eventually not exist and not buy you anything. So that's the reason people own Bitcoin, right? But yeah, we could be looking at, cup and handle down to the downside. So, and back test the 27.4 to 28K level on a push. You could see. What's interesting though is even on this dump, we got a spike in volume, but it's not significant selling volume, man. Not significant. Like, look how much volume came in on these pumps back here in March, right? There was real buying happening down here in March. This selling pressure is like nothing in comparison to this. So that's something noteworthy, right? Like the volume signature, even on this dump, wasn't so good. It wasn't so vast. It wasn't like a volume breakout or something, right? I don't know, just something I'm observing. I know that the macro environment isn't good, but volume is pretty important to pay attention to. If you're a trader or even an investor or some guy that owns anything that we talk about on this channel. What are your guys' thoughts on the analysis here? Good awe? Or good eye? Good eye, right? Yeah. Head and shoulder forming where? And the real value area here would be, a 78.6% retracement, or even down to 22K. Anywhere from the 50% to 76. I would say long-term holders are probably going to be accumulating in these levels, even if we are going to 10K or something crazy like that. Anything's possible in this market, guys. Remember that. You guys want to see an ugly chart? What if Bitcoin was just a massive, massive, massive rising wedge pattern and it's going to zero? I'm just kidding. But I did draw this out the other day and I was like, man, this is scary. But yeah, I could totally see, something like this happening where we hug this bottom here and then we break out of here, something like that, and consolidate and then break. It's going to freaking zero, man. Nah, I don't think so. I think we do something similar to what we did back here in the 2015-2016 cycle. I mean, I know we're already like way ahead of it in terms of, you know, what it's doing on the moving average, but we haven't got any counter trend signals either. So that's really interesting. We got one or two. I think this was a manipulated dump. 100% manipulated dump. Osaka Protocol. No, I haven't. I think we're going to find out very shortly where this bottom's going to be. And I think lots of people are going to be I think it's possible we see 18K or something like that. If we confirm and lose the weekly 200, then yeah. Anyone calling for like $12,000 Bitcoin is, I don't know, too bearish, I would say, right now. It's a little extreme. Although we do have some extreme amounts of we have monthly. Well, we were showing it a couple days ago, but we have 3-week, 2-week, weekly, well, the weekly bearish divergence playing out. Wonder, did we have bearish divergence back in the 2015-2016 cycle? We did a little bit here. Listen, there is a lot of fear in the market. I don't care what the price is right now. These next couple weeks or months are probably going to be the biggest buying opportunities of the cycle, if there's a cycle. Because, yeah, this does look like a potential rising wedge pattern. You guys see that? We haven't broke it yet, but we're literally at the bottom of the rising wedge right now. And that would be a break to 20K or a break to the 200 day or the 50 day weekly. So how was everybody's weekend? I will tell you, I am exhausted. We went to the beach today. The traffic was absolutely horrendous coming home. Awful. Same. I ate a lot of food today too. And guys, this is pretty imperative that Tether doesn't break this pennant. That'd be pretty ugly stuff if that happened. I've seen SCI, the new coin. I don't buy new coins because I don't have any data on them. I might trade it though. You guys see Karur Network, this shitcoin? This thing tried to break out. Look at the volume spike. But yeah, this is a major wedge. I think this is gonna do some crazy shit. Some of these altcoins are so wrecked, man. Like all they can do is go up. You looked at XRP. I heard they're having some big news or something. Integrity was telling me there's some big news happening with XRP this week. Chart looks a little meek. It broke the parabola. It's maybe now back testing the parabola. I mean, you're gonna probably get a push into it and test it. All right, like the daily's telling you that. Daily's oversold. 12-hour oversold. 8-hour coming out of oversold. You even already looks like you already tried to test it here. But you're gonna probably get another push. The BRICS Alliance on the 22nd. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. The BRICS Alliance. Could be FUD. Have you guys seen like what the dollar looks like versus like the rupee and like all these other fiat currencies right now? It's pretty ugly stuff. Even like dollar yen. Oh, I don't know, maybe dollar yen topped out here, but yeah. Dollar yen made a new all-time high. Or no, it didn't. But it bottomed out. Oh wow, this is an interesting chart. US dollar lira. Have you guys seen this chart? This looks like crypto, man. This is the dollar versus the lira, man. This is pretty bad, dude. Jackie, you see this? This is the dollar versus the Turkish lira. Pretty bad. Yeah, Argentina peso, we also know, is kind of looking like that too. But you know, yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to. Ooh, here's ETH. If this is the real structure, I feel like I'm drawing this incorrectly, but I feel like this is accurate. Would you guys agree? Yeah, it all crashed. What ticker was what? The lira? Well, all right, guys, girls. You guys have any more tickers you want to look at? When bottom? I don't know, man. When Tether breaks down, how about that? Tether breaks bearishly, not bullishly. For now, I do see some sort of retracement happening. That's all. Osaka Protocol. Let's see. What's the ticker? OSAC. It's not on TradingView, man. This is a complete shitcoin. 24 million cap. It looks good on the CoinGecko chart, though. Yeah, nice. I guess I can chart it versus ETH. So here you go. Yeah, and a nice uptrend versus ETH here, and may continue because ETH versus the dollar doesn't look good. Oh man. This one looks okay. It's holding this level right here. Yeah, so just watch this level on versus ETH here on this coin. There's no oscillating data, no nothing on it, but good luck. Yeah, I'm looking at it versus ETH, man. Yeah. It's in a nice uptrend. Right, you had a nice ascending triangle breakout. Hey, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. So in a breakout, and you tested the all-time highs or all-time high wick. You get above that level, you're going to price discovery. It's pretty simple. We're going to chart it from the swing low to the swing high that we just made. Yeah, LPT, you know, the lesson was to trade the ranges on that and not to look for a breakout in that environment yesterday. But that's fine. Yep. So what I don't like about it is it actually, yeah, it broke a major trend line. It broke it actually. And it back tested it as resistance for right now, but it's still making these higher lows on price. So if this actually starts to break $6, then we could be in trouble. But the trend is still intact for now. One could argue that you could be drawing this a little bit differently on the daily chart here. And one could argue also that this pump that it had the other day was really just a major rejection. But yeah, it looks like it broke this major area here. Right, we had a candle close through it, but we're gonna try to back test it. Right, we're gonna try to back test it. So one could take a trade to test this region right here, this 631 level, on this potential move up here. Right, so you could trade that test, that retest, and it very well could break it back into the pattern, right? Because you're still in a massive falling wedge breakout, and that could very well be. But now I would say that you have this trend line going across here. So really, if you were to take a trade on it, let me redraw this thing. Let's redraw it. How about that? Let's try to get as much data as we can on it. Oh yeah, there was the weekly breakout that we had, right? Pretty clear. And then we have levels. You know, we have levels starting from here. We wicked up to it, right? We wicked up to it. And then on the weekly, we also have levels down to about there. So that's perfect. It's actually, that's basically what it's testing right now. Right? Right? Bullish above 642 and probably not bullish below it. Right? As soon as you start getting closures back above, I would say, this level, 750, then you're like in this box, and you could just trade in between that range for a while. You know? But then I saw this type of thing going on here where it was respecting this trend line here, and then it broke it last night. I think broke it, and then we tested it as resistance. But like I said, if we start to see a push up, and that looks like what we're doing right now, at least on the hourly chart, and we could reclaim that level. We could reclaim that level, and you know, I could see something like this forming right here, right now, with this new data. So maybe another wedge formation happening here is what I'm looking at. So maybe something like this. Maybe you do go up and test this, and you reject it, and you make one more low, right? And you make 3 lows along the wedge, and then you really break out. Something like that. And like, you got a level here that kind of is confluent with what I'm talking about. So it might do something like that, where we backtest 640 as resistance and make one more crash down to this level 550 region or something, and then just rip. What do you guys think about that? I could be really wrong, and this thing could just start sending like right now. Rip it good. So what do you think? You think we're just gonna send from here? What's your analysis on that? Nice, man. All right, folks. It's been good. Hopefully we can get a nice pushback above that daily 200 moving average, and we can see something conducive in this market. If not, we're gonna just see a nice correction in it, and we'll reevaluate that situation when we get it. All right. Until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys stay tuned for all of our updates here at Swing Trade Pros. And obviously, if you guys are interested in live trading with me, you guys know what to do. You guys know where to do that. Make sure you guys check out the site, swingtradepros.com. Check out our stock options and crypto alerts, and we'll help you guys out. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate all you guys' support.